Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to do WBS and how to manage files with Microsoft Project. This lab 5 is similar to what we did in lab 4 with Primavera, but in this case, we're going to do it with Microsoft Project. The worksheet is the same. It's basically problem 2 of that same worksheet that we used before. With that, I'm going to put this on my other screen. Then, as you might know, so I have to open the software. So typically, I like to open the software before opening the files. Okay, and the files I provided on Canvas. In my case, I download everything and I put everything on a working folder, which here has both labs. But you can do it in whatever way you want. So the file that we're gonna open is the starter file for the lab 4, which has a file extension that ends in MPP. So I'm gonna open that from project directly. Typically, it's not a problem to open this directly from the browser, but just in case I'm doing it like that. So here it is. Okay, and this is the same project with the information that I share with you for Primavera. So I have a project with some activities in place, and there's not that much structure on this one. So what I'm gonna do is just trying to develop like a schedule that is also organized in a WBS based on the example that I have here for the breadwinner has that we have been working on over the semester. So I'm just opening that file. Remember, this is an Excel file that I've been using as an example for some things in the class. And I explained before, the WBS is highlighted here in black, but there are some items that are graded out that are more towards the activities themselves. But I'm just going to develop the WBS based on the on the on the on the items that are in black. Okay. All right. So we have some activities here. All right. Okay. So WBS in Microsoft Project has to develop. It's actually developed differently than in Primavera. First of all, you can actually have an activity that define the whole project, and you develop that one by going to Gantt chart format, and then project summary task. You have to click that one to be able to see an activity that is putting everything together. For some reason, I don't see any bar in the Gantt chart. Okay, so because right now I haven't input anything. Everything is shown as um, without relationships in 5 days. So that's why actually the main activity, its main summary activity for the project is also showing 5 days. But this actually will be updated as we are doing the project itself. Right now I'm scheduling automatically. And I'm gonna also highlight the critical task activities here by clicking this icon over here. And then I'm gonna go to the task icon. And now I will start to group things together in the WBS. The way that how things work on Microsoft Project is that the levels are defined by the level of indentation of the activities themselves. And just to, for example, I don't know if you noticed when I added the project summary, then all the other activities actually move slightly to the right from the left margin. That's because the indentation defines the different levels in the WBS on Microsoft Project. And just for example, I want to bring up the example, the WBS that we are using. I mean, we have all these activities over here, and we have multiple levels here. Right now, I'm gonna group them all into side work. So it has site survey and then septic town. All of these actually are part of the I will say side work. And what I'm gonna do is by selecting those activities, then I'm gonna add an indentation to those activities. Oh wait, but before that, actually, I now with those activities grouped together, I mean selected, I need to now define that I want a summary activity for those activities, and then there is an icon over here in the task tab, and then we are gonna insert a summary task for those activities that I have selected, and those activities will be part of the site prep. Okay, summary, and then you see that now it added another activity that is summarizing those activities, and added another indentation for those activities that are within this within this grouping. So I'm gonna change the name to that one to side work. Click OK. And then I'm going to move, oops. For some reason it doesn't let me. Okay. Yeah, it's tricky to move this one. Okay. Okay. Here you have to find basically the cross that is between the number of the item of activity and the next column over here. So then, come on, it's tricky. You will be able to move it up. Or it's not. Yeah, so you have to select it as well, then you move it up. Okay, let me do it again. It's gonna Control C that. When you have the crosshair between the number and the next cell selected, come on, and then move it up. You drag and drop in the position that you want it to be, and then move it up next to the main summary activity for the whole project. Okay, I'm gonna put this on my side, so you have to try to follow me with the files open on your computer. The thing is that here we have all the activities for site work, but we have more specific items within the WPS that we need to address. So for example, for site surveying and clearing, these two, oops, these two are part of the site prep, so we can add basically another activity that is going to be grouping together that site prep. And you see that every time that we add a summer activity, that activity is added, but also the indentation of those activities is increased. Let's say that, for example, I want to add another activity, a normal activity, and let's say that this activity, I just, let's say, have the name of the grading as part of the as an activity in the schedule, but these two other activities, final grade and rough grade, are actually part of that. But but Microsoft Project is not developing the grouping because the indentation doesn't work well in this case. So in this case, grading is part of the cypress, which is incorrect. So the way to fix that is actually to move to fix the indentation. You have these icons here decrease indentation or increase indentation. So I'm gonna decrease it, just for it to now be not to be part of the cypress. And then for the rough grade and final grade, I'm gonna increase indentation, And based on the order that we have in place, Microsoft Project understand that we are adding indentation to those activities. So these two activities are part of now grading. Okay. Again, everything is based on the indentation. Okay, so I have irrigation, all of this. They're a part of the landscaping. So I'm just gonna add another activity for that. So that is gonna be landscaping. And then I'm gonna move landscaping, sorry, irrigation. Wait, irrigation should, okay, irrigation is fine. But then uh, exterior tiles, layer exterior tile and delivery of exterior tile. Is that delivery? I'm gonna increase this. Okay. I'm gonna add these two. And that is gonna be exterior tiles. And then I'm gonna add another one. So I do hardscapes. Okay. Layout delivery. Actually, I have a. Okay, so if I need to add something to that one, yeah, let's say I left inspection exterior tiles out of the exterior tiles item, so I'm just going to add it by adding indentation to that one. So you just need to increase the level of indentation. And then for the lamppost, I'm just going to add first level item for lamppost. And for that one, I'm going to add another one for lighting. Oops. Well, wrote it incorrect. Oh, actually not. Okay. Is this part of the of landscaping? Yeah, it is based on the indentation. All right. So then this septic tank will be again added to the other one. Okay. Looks fine. Okay, I'm going to now just add some relationships. Okay, so again, we saw how to define activity relationships in a previous video. I mean, this is just practicing. So I have a column for predecessors. I might want to do by successors though. So let's look for let's a resource name. Okay, successors, and I'm gonna remove this column and this one. Okay. And okay, so sign, just gonna add some durations to so site surveying is 5 days and land clearing is 10 days. Oh, it's not showing the bars. Oh, it's here. Okay. Growth grade is 15 days and 15 days also for the final grade irrigation. Not just taking as an example the one that we use in Primavera. I mean, these activities are the ones that I'm gonna link because I cannot link all together. But you see how the bar for the summary activity actually is changing depending of what the activities within actually are developing. Okay. Okay, successor of site surveying is gonna be land clearing for sure. It's gonna be simple relationship after land clearing. It's gonna be growth rate, and then oops, I think land clearing. Oh, I think I messed it up. Okay. Okay. So site serve. Oh yeah, this is correct. Okay. So when I do growth grade, then I do final grade. Okay. And I don't know if you can see how all the activities, summary activities are taking shape. And even, for example, site work, which has multiple summary activities, is considering both site prep and grading to define the duration of that specific summary activity, which is site work, which is same that we saw with Primavera. It's not nothing new. Okay, irrigation. I mean, these activities are for the towards the end of the semester, towards the end of the project. So I'm not gonna link them. A couple of things to notice is that, again, this is all grouped together and similar to Primavera. If you, let's say, want to compress your schedule to see maybe SciWork overall, you can just collapse that activity, and then it's going to show only the summary task for that. I mean, I'm going to do it also for Cypret, for example, so you can see it. All right. Another thing that is tricky with Microsoft Project is that you have just this numbering over here, which is what the software actually refers to when it's defining the successors and predecessors. But it's not that intuitive for us as humans. So let's change this to show maybe some coding similar to what Primavera does. Let's go to Gantt chart format, and then we're gonna add all line numbers. All right, and this is trying to add a numbering that correlates together with the WBS. It's a little more simplifying than what Primavera does, but still, I feel this is very meaningful as we are doing this. Okay, let's continue doing this with, I think the other activities that I have here are related mostly to, let me see, to structure. Okay, so we have floor and delivery, Climator. Oh, but this is all not in the right position, but let's continue. Okay, similar to what I did before, I'm going to define summary task for this, for the whole level. So it's going to be structure, and then for soft floors, I need to do slab check, quality check, inspection, install of soft floors. Well, let me see. Quality check, inspection, and soft floors. Oh, this is all over the place. I don't know why this is like that. Okay, let's see how it goes if I select those activities and then I create a summary of those. So floor and delivery and floor prep. Floor and delivery. Floor prep. Where is that one? Oh, it's here. And then acclimate. Okay, all of these should be part of soft floors. I haven't done this before, so let's see how it goes. I mean, typically all my activities are consecutive. This one is different because they are separated, but let's see. Oh yeah, it didn't work as expected. Okay. So I have to move at least these three activities. Tricky is that you cannot move them all together. You have to do one by one. Okay, so let's do that. Uh-huh. Let's. Apparently, you can use copy and paste. Okay, X. Okay, cannot do that. So is this different? Okay. Oh, you can move it, but it's so tricky to show the cross. I can. Yeah, it's so tricky. Okay, so insert soft floor. It's easier actually if you select it and then move it up. Okay, so slab check, quality inspection, floor prep, install soft floor, floor in delivery, floor prep, and install all of these. I'm gonna select them all and then I create a summary activity. These are part of the soft floors. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna continue with quality check, inspection, and soft floor. Okay, we have one of those issues where because we were very specific about what the activity was doing, then quality check, inspection. There is one specific activity for soft floors, so that means that this one actually is not correct. So the tricky with this is that if you reduce the indentation of that activity, then it will become kind of like more important. Okay, so let's do something. Let's do move it to the end. Then I'm gonna move this one like this. So now I have it like this. Okay, I'm gonna move them a little bit better. Actually, I figured out something. Okay, slab check, quality inspection. Come on. Quality inspection. Install. Flooring delivery. Floor prep. And acclimate door. Okay. Okay. Let's link these activities and in terms of duration. Actually, I didn't change the duration of these activities in Primavera. Let's keep them all with 5 days, which is not realistic. But let's continue with this. So, successor of slab check. I mean, remember that I'm not linking to the predecessors because I haven't developed the foundation uh, level, the foundation level in the WBS. So I still need to do that. So slab check, after slab check, it's gonna be floor prep. And then I'm going to do quality check inspection. Then after floor plate, a climate door. And then install. After installing, I do quality check. Oh no, yeah, this one. And for now, I'm gonna leave it there. I mean, this obviously needs to continue. I might need to organize these activities better to be able to show more logical relationships. Floor delivery is not shown here because as soon as I need to successor of floor delivering is gonna be install. Yeah, but there's no predecessor of this one because this should be linked. And in the way that we did it in Primavera, flow delivery is coming from. Actually, we can do that after final grade. We can actually get to deliver those. And we need to do fluorine delivery, which is here. Okay. So that for some reason I didn't fluorine delivery. Okay. Okay, it is there. Final grade, then from delivery is here. Then slab check is not linked because I don't have the foundation for that one. Okay, it's going. All right, so there are other things that we try to complete in the Primavera Lab. We are gonna kind of try to do it so that we have some activities for walls and for I think some things actually are okay. We have some activities for walls and for openings. So in terms of wall, we have inside rebar, inspection, and field CMU on walls. Okay, then those will be part of the, and this actually needs to be indented. And field 2. Oh, I didn't select them. Okay, and this is gonna be walls. This quality check inspection is related to the openings, so I'm gonna leave it down. Install rebar, inspection of CMU on walls, field CMU on walls. Okay, we're just adding the activities in place and not developing the whole thing because that is part of the work that I would like you to complete. But I mean, I try to give you some guidelines. All right. Then for openings, we have all of these is openings. So we're gonna add everything here. And then we have weatherproofing first. We need to inspect. Now we need to quality check inspection. Is there? Oops. Come on. Need to move it up. And then install Windows. So these three. And just to show you again how to maybe convert different activities, so I'm gonna just add an activity here, and then this is gonna be Windows, and then within Windows, I mean we know that these three actually are part of the Windows uh, Windows level. So I just select those activities that now I'm going to indent, and now they are going to belong to that specific level. Quality check inspection. Okay, so we have weatherproofing for those. Quality check and install doors. And again, I'm gonna do the same. The order is not correct though. I need to de-indent the weatherproofing, and then with that I fix that. These are entry doors. Nice thing about Microsoft Project is that the numbering actually the software keeps it up organized depending of the order of the activity themselves. That is not actually what's happening in Primavera, where you have to maintain the coding of the activities on your own. It's a little more complicated. And then finally we have garage doors. So these two are gonna be related to garage doors. Okay, so we have a little bit of structure here. As you can press, yeah, is everything going well? All right, this looks good. We are gonna now work a little bit on foundation so we can link what we have on the soft floors to the foundation, and then we can link a little bit of that to the side work. So I'm gonna start on the structure. I'm gonna add a new activity at the top of above that one, and for that one, I'm gonna well, doesn't matter if I indent it now or later. I'm just gonna name it foundation, and then I'm gonna indent it. So now it's at higher level. For some reason, I didn't change the bold, and then I'm gonna add another activity. This is going to be footings, and I'm gonna indent it. Maybe I need to add multiple activities. This is going too slow. Okay. I just added a bunch of activities. I didn't change things on Primavera, so just be sure to change that. And these activities are right now 1 day. That is what the default give to Microsoft Project duration gives as default. Primavera do 5 days as default. That is different. Just want to keep it up consistent with Primavera. Okay, so I have footings here. Then forward, I'm just developing the WBS. Then reinforcement. Concrete. Slab on grade. Vapor barrier. So many typos. Vapor barrier, formwork, reinforcement, and concrete. All right. I mean, I just added a bunch of activities, but I still need to keep them consistent. Okay, formwork, reinforcement, and concrete is part of footing, so I'm just gonna indent those. And then for vapor barrier, formwork, reform, all of these are part of the slab on grade. Okay, so it's showing now like that. When I add activities for formwork, it's gonna be 2. So I'm just gonna select 2 activities, and then I'm going to insert 2 more. It's gonna be remove and install. And then I'm going to indent those activities. And remember that by default, remember Microsoft Pro is adding the indentation, the duration to be 1 day. Just fix it. I'm gonna add two more activities for reinforcement. Is install and inspect. And I'm gonna indent these two. And again, those two more activities. Hmm. Concrete. And we need to quality check. We need to do quality check, and then we need to pour. And then for the slab and grade, I mean, let's keep this. We have vapor barrier. I mean, each of these two actually have two activities. So it's gonna be this, then this. Just adding the spacers to define the structure. Oops, no. Okay, and vapor barrier quality check. So remove. So inspect concrete QA QC inspection and pour. All of this is our 1 day. So let's do 5 and then just transfer that to all of those. The trick is that when you transfer the constraint to the WBS, you're forced into the relationship. So I'm just not gonna do that. So it's because the thing is that if you drag this to an item summary activity, then you're constraining that activity to be 5 days, and I think there's gonna be issues with the durations of the activities within. So I'm just not gonna modify. I'm not gonna drag and drop the duration of the on the summary activities. And this will faster select the items you want to work edit and click. Oh, I see what you mean. I guess if you select them all, and then yeah, I didn't change that. Okay, let's continue. Yeah, I could do it through a resource window, but let's continue. Okay, so now I'm going to put this together for the foundations. I'm going to do, and you can organize this better because I feel that in Primavera and also here, you might have been doing this in a different way. For example, I mean, I'm gonna start with install. After install the forward, then I will be able to install the reinforcement. When you do that, you need to do inspection. And when you do the inspection, then you can pour. Okay, before I'm just gonna link the final grade to the install phone work on the footings. Okay, so I we now can see those relationships in place. One thing that is different in Microsoft project than Primavera is that in Microsoft Project you can actually link to summary activities. I mean, to some extent, might be useful, but you just then need to be careful to not do double linking, all right? Because if you link maybe the summer activity and then you also link the activity, I think that there's gonna be an issue if you continue doing this too much. So just be careful with that. I think coming from Primavera, it's just better practice just to link activities and not summary activities. Okay, let's say, okay, so we have inspect reinforcement. I think we did pouring. Yeah. And then after pouring, I just want to bring up the successor. So we did the removal of the removal of the formwork. Remove. But we did a lot in before, but we're gonna just finish this. And then another successor is the quality check inspection for the concrete. Oh, I think I messed it up. It's not this one, but this one. Okay, and to define that relationship, remember that, I mean, you double click, and then as predecessors, you might need to add a finish to start relationship. This is with inspect, so I need to do that in the remove of the form work. Okay, so I need to do that here. You just add the 7 days. Okay. And then between QA/QC and the inspection, I think we have a finish to finish relationship. Yeah, we have, and I'm gonna add that relationship from here. So we have quality inspection. We need to add a removal of the phone work. That's gonna be finish to finish relationship. Okay. Now we finished the QA/QC inspection. Let's say that is the activity that defined this, and then as a successor, I mean, we finished the reinforce. The footings. You might be able to do this together, but I mean, just forcing things a little bit here. So then we can start thinking about the slab on grade. Let me just check. We're gonna start installing the formwork. And you see that because we are scheduling automatically, everything is getting in place as we are doing this. So is that going to? Oh, we have to first do the. Not it's not the formwork first. It's actually the vapor barrier. Well, we install the vapor barrier, and then we inspect it. And then once we inspect it, we install the framework. When you install the framework, you then install the reinforcement and also inspect it. And when that is done, you pour. Okay, it's going. With that, with the pouring, we are going to do same two things. We do the as a successors, we do the QAQC, but then remove from work. Okay. Okay, so now finally we need to add the finish to finish relationship between these two. Let's see, I have the remove from work, and then I'm gonna like you can see on the concrete. I added as a FS, but I need to change that to FF. I'm gonna open this, and then finish to finish. I need to remove this. Then this one, it will be a finish to finish. Okay, now it looks like that. And I think after doing the quality check inspection on this, then we did the slab check. For this. For the soft floor. Wait. Getting confused. Oh yeah, and then everything linked from there. Okay. So basically, I mean, obviously we haven't changed the duration of activities. That probably will change things substantially. But I was just gonna ask you to continue working on this to define a duration of the project that it is estimated in the range given. I mean, it's a pretty broad range. So as long as you are in that range, you'll be fine. I want also to show you, I mean, because right now our schedule is going, and the relationships are shown here. And as we are developing this, the issue becomes or horizontal space on the Gantt chart. So how to manage it actually becomes critical when you actually print. All right. With that, let me see what else we need to do for this. Complete the schedule with activity relationships. Okay, you need to complete that. I'm going to dedicate a class to help with both labs. The project duration should be between 9 and 15 minutes. Just keep that in mind. If you are not in that range, you can adjust the duration of the whole project. And you want to see in micro project the duration here, right? So you're just going to have whatever days are for the whole project. You just transfer those to the 9 or 15 months, so you will have a range in days. Typically, you just take 30 days for each month and you go from there. And let's say, so complete the project. And then when it's completed, you now, I mean, let's remember that in Primavera we have to export the project. In Microsoft Project, basically you just save it, but I'm gonna save it with a different name just to highlight that it's basically you just create a new file. Let's say let's say you finish. I mean, just be sure that you go all the way towards the end, and I'm gonna save in the same working folder I've been using. And then it's gonna be, I mean, this one, but now it's gonna be completed. And you can typically I ask you to put your name to your file, so something like that. I mean, it won't change anything on your side, but basically in your working folder, now you're gonna see a new file that is actually the work that you have completed. Just be sure that you save that. Let's say, remember, besides that, you need to submit the MPP, but also create a tabloid printed version of your schedule with as many spaces as you need to. And that main reason is because probably you're going to have a longer list of activities, so one page won't be enough for to show your whole schedule and in tablet size even. But and so you have to go to multiple pages. But in terms of the Gantt chart, you have to show it only on one. Only the width it has to be for the whole project. Like the width, it's just in terms of the width of your schedule it should be the same one page. But in terms of the on the height of your schedule, you can take as many pages as needed because you might have multiple different pages. And your because of your list of activities is longer. Okay, you submit those two things on Canvas, and basically that's it for this. I mean, we covered some things here, but you need to complete more work. You try to address like the duration of activities of the duration of the activity that we completed so far, but also just to add the rest of the WBS based on what we have on the Excel spreadsheet, and that's it. Okay, let me know if you have any question, and have a good day.